excellency. Excellency is one of the secrets of highly successful people. And so today on the show, I want to talk about how you can achieve more excellency, how you can achieve excellency more consistently in your life and in your work. As you know, this show is all about helping you finding more clarity, courage, but also energy so you can have more influence, you can have more productivity, and you can have more excellency in all areas of your life. Just so you know, excellency is my favorite topic. And the reason for that is because excellency is not what you think. And that's why we're going to talk about this on the show today. So if you would like to reach more excellency, if you would like to be more successful, then this episode is for you. And if you happen to have friends and colleagues who are interested in this topic of high performance productivity and excellency, make sure to share this video with them right now. It would mean a lot to me if you can share this video, if you find this content to be useful. Because we are talking about the 9 secrets of highly successful people on the show. We've already covered a lot of material since I started the show earlier this year. We've already covered that you need clarity as to what's your mission and purpose in life. But you also need to find more energy every single day in order to take the bold actions you need to get more productive and to have more influence. This is the roadmap that highly successful people follow. They have a framework, and I got access to this framework by getting myself certified as a high performance coach last year. And because I'd like to share this knowledge with you to see you having more influence, having more productivity, having more courage, I started this show. And today we're going to talk about the 6 skill that you need to enhance in order to be more successful in life, and that is about excellency. Excellency is critical for you to have more success in life. Is it really a secret that you need to be excellent to be more successful? Not necessarily. However, there is a secret that I'm going to share with you today on the show about excellency. Because excellency is not what you think. Excellency is about the capacity for you to master all of the previous categories. So let me just go back for a second. Excellency is the capacity for you to master each and all of the previous items on the roadmap. That means you have to have clarity, but you need to be very clear as to what you want to achieve in life and in your career. You need to be able to stay energized every single day, find courage, get more productivity, get more influence. That's excellency. So let me talk a bit more. Let me unfold a bit all of that, because I know I'm going quick, and I'd like you to make the most of this show so you can start to refine your understanding of excellency and get tips that you can use in your life to be more excellent, to be even more successful. So excellency is about you. I love this photo because it reminds me of the Toastmaster. I don't know if you've been at Toastmaster. By the way, is there anyone watching live? I see there are some live viewers right now. Please, let's make this interactive. Let me know where you're tuning from. Let me know what excellency means to you. Because I'm going to share a story that will explain what excellency means to me. And I really like this photo because it reminds me of the Toastmaster. Toastmaster is a club where you get to learn how to speak in public. It's a public speaking kind of mentoring group. I've been a member of Toastmaster for maybe 4 years. And what I really like about Toastmaster is that you get to practice every single week at speaking in front of the public, whether you're delivering a speech, whether you are actually doing the MC, Master of Ceremony for the meeting, whether you are sharing an inspiration or maybe even a joke, because you also need to make people laugh when you do a meeting to keep people energized, right? And the reason why I like this photo is because, well, the first time I did my public speaking, you never know how it's gonna work. You can imagine how it's gonna work. You can imagine yourself on stage. You can imagine how you're gonna interact with the public, how the public is gonna receive your talk. But you never know until you actually do it until the end. And when at the end you have people standing up and clapping because they really enjoyed your speech, they found it insightful, well, that's a great reward. But this reward comes because you have practiced so much, but also because you believed in yourself. You believed in your capacity to do this with excellency. I had to believe for my first speech, which was, by the way, in front of a big audience, before even joining Toastmaster. I gave a speech in front of 200 people. And I had to believe in myself that I was going to do this with excellency. Excellency is the feeling you have of the necessity to perform better. And it's not necessarily about competing with others, it's really about competing with yourself. How can you do better every single time? How can you improve every single time? What can you learn? What can you do better next time? And it's the same for those lives. People may think it's easy to do those lives, but it requires a lot of practice. And I started way back in 2015. At the time I was sharing about other topics, but it got me to become better and hopefully excellent. At least that's what I'm hoping to achieve through practice, but also through the belief that I can do this with excellency. So you're starting to see here that there are key elements in those stories, in the Toastmaster story, in the public speaking story, in my live streaming story. There are some key elements. Did you notice what are those elements that I shared in those stories? Well, the key element was to get to practice, to keep believing that you can do this with excellency, but also to get started. Very often we dream of achieving something, but do we actually take actions towards achieving this dream, or this objective, or this task with excellency? So it's all about getting started. It's about consistently practicing the skill to get better, but also believing in your capacity to achieve this task or this objective with excellency. So let me ask you a question now. Let me throw it back at you, and because this is about you being able to design your roadmap for 2021 and beyond. So think about a time when you felt really confident, where you felt very successful, where you felt you were excellent at whatever. It could be at work, it could be in your personal life, it could be a hobby. Just think about this time, and what did you say to yourself at this time? When you were excellent, what did you say to yourself? For instance, in my public speaking experience, in this very first public speaking experience I did in front of 200 people with no experience of being on stage before, what did I say to myself? I said I have to do it, and I have to do it really, really well. And then I envisioned myself doing it. I practiced a lot. And then when I went on stage, I had so much strength within me and confidence that there was no way I was going to fail. There were many opportunities for me to fail, but also many opportunities for me to make it excellent. So think about a time in your life where you felt confidence, where you felt productive, where you felt excellent. What did you say to yourself? Why are you not saying more of that to you today? Excellency is about believing in yourself and in your capacity to achieve a certain task or goal with excellence. But sometimes believing is not enough. And by the way, before I share this last strategy on the show, and I'm sure you're going to love it. It's a Japanese concept I've been using for years now, and I look forward to sharing it with you. But before I do, if this is useful, make sure to share it with your network. Because I'm on a mission to build a community of professionals around the world that are interested in achieving the next level, in becoming even more productive, even more excellent, but also having a bigger impact. So make sure to share if you feel this could be useful. As I told you, there are times where believing is not enough. And if believing in yourself is not enough, it's probably because you need to take a look at some areas of your life. And this is why I'm bringing this Japanese concept of Ikigai. Have you ever heard about this concept? The Ikigai concept is a Japanese matrix that allow you to look at different areas of your life and make better decisions that are aligned with who you are, what you value the most in life, also what the world's need, and what you're good at. So let's take a quick look at this matrix because it's going to help you become more productive, achieve more excellence. If believing in yourself is not enough, it's probably because you need to understand more what you love to do. What is it that you love to do? What's your mission? What's your passion? We have talked about gaining clarity as to what's your mission in the first episode of the show. And by the way, you can always go back to those episodes if you would like to watch them or re-watch them. What you love the most is so important. What do you feel passionate about? What you are good at? What you're good at, can you make it a profession? Like, I was good at creativity. I was good at, well, at least I was not so bad about photography and videos. I was very passionate about it. Could I make it a profession? Well, I worked to make it happen because I started to think, what does the world need? And we know that many research that says the world needs more creativity. So if the world needs more creativity, can I be paid for it? And then you make not just a profession, you have a vocation, and that's the Ikigai concept. To be able to design a life where you do more of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and also what you can be paid for so you can sustain yourself. Does it make sense, everyone? So if you're not able to achieve more excellency in your life, despite the fact that you believe in yourself, it may be the case that what you're doing in life is not perfectly aligned with what you value the most, with who you are, and with your mission. And in this case, I really encourage you to use this framework and to fill in the blanks, to really mark down what do you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what can you be paid for. And start doing this activity until you find the Ikigai, that is the sweet spot. And then you can make decisions to eventually make changes in your life so you can be more aligned with who you are, what you love, and what the world needs. How do you like this matrix, and how did you like today's show? We try to keep those shows really short because the idea is to give you a little spark in your day to help you stay on track with your objectives, but also design your roadmap for 2021 and beyond. Since it's still January, the first month of the year, we want to make sure we're going to make 2021 count. If you would like to continue this coaching journey, you have a couple of options. You can check out the new brand, High Performance Genius. That is the new brand I started this year in order to help you and support you on your journey to excellency. Because I truly believe everyone can experience an extraordinary life, having an extraordinary impact. And this is why I got myself certified as a high performance coach. That's why I started this new brand, and also that I'm running this new show. So you can check highperformancegenius.com to continue your coaching journey with a free one-on-one strategic call. But what you can do is come back to this show and continue learning with me about those productivity tips that you can use in your life and in your work to feel more confident in your ability to be more successful, in your ability to be more excellent, but also in your ability to experience a life with more joy. That's really important as well. It's not just about productivity, it's not just about working harder, it's really about working smarter. And the best way to work smarter is to work in a way that is aligned with who you are, what you love, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. And so if you have some doubts and you need to find clarity as to what's your mission and purpose, then you're probably ready for more coaching. That's for you to decide what's your calling. We talked about it on the weekend for the special episode on the hero's journey. We talked about the calling. Maybe some of you feel like you're being called to do something else, something new, something different. Or maybe to do even more of what you do and to be even more excellent. I truly believe we need to challenge ourselves to do better, to be better. So make sure today to do something extraordinary. Make sure today to push yourself to be more excellent. And this starts with believing in yourself more, practicing more of that skill you're good at or you're passionate about, but also it means getting started. So if you have not yet started, get started today. What are you waiting for? This time is not going to come back. Every single day is gone. You're not going to get it back. So make sure to make it count. Make sure to do some actions today that will take you to experience a more purposeful, meaningful life where you can potentially have an impact as well. That's why we have this show, the Unleashing That Impact Show. Again, if you enjoy this show, make sure to give me a like or to leave me a comment. It would mean a lot to me. I hope you learn a lot. Feel free to share your insights. You can just leave a comment right here. And at the same time, let me know where you're watching from so we can have a conversation. So, now it's your turn to do something extraordinary. Now that I've done this live with my 6,000 network on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, it's your turn to do something extraordinary today. You know you're not alone. I'm here to support you, but you have to get started. So, what are you waiting for? Let's go for it. Let's go and get it. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Unleash Ignite Impact Show. Tomorrow we're going to unfold the 10th secret of highly successful people. Be sure to come back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of this. And be sure to live an extraordinary life